You've got to be godly with mutas to, be an effective.
Otherwise, you can't use mutas.
Yeah, otherwise, you can't keep your opponents on the toes. They have to be able to be afraid of mutas before you can.
This area
really
here shows the beauty of mutas because when you run behind that ridge, the Marines lose sight of you, so you can run in and snipe Marines without letting them shoot you back.
See, this is actually a really risky build, though. This is 2-hatch muta, which means he needs to get a lot of eco damage done, and unfortunately, he's just not going to pull it off. Like, this posturing's fine, but he's not killing anything. Even if he was killing units, he needs to be killing SCVs.
And
really going with amazing
everywhere.
placement of turrets and Marines. He's not standing too near the
so I think Effort's in
cliffs,
trouble
but he's got the maximum range to do damage to them. And looks like he's going to get some good kills in there, for sure.
He's certainly not in trouble, but he needs... And
he took a lot of damage to his units there.
So really pushing in with Marines. If it really needs to get some lurkers
out... Wow,
out...
that's quite a lot of Marines.
Well, he has a lot of Marines, but no medics, so pretty much...
He's got a couple of medics.
Where the lurkers at?
But what Effort needs to do is catch these Marines right now. He needs to get them before they get to his base, and he needs to start killing them off. Because this is when they're the most vulnerable.
Well, it looks like
he might be able to intercept their supply line.
This might be a good move. He's going to go for the base. In the meantime, if it's lost his third expansion, there's no way he can defend this.
Yeah. Oh, this was nice timing from Effort. Attacking him when he's just trying to get back.
And look, now Effort's running back, so not very good.
He had a good split of his forces there as well, if you noticed that. He sent half the group back and half the group forward to assault the thing.
I think these Marines won't be able to power down this hatchery, to be honest, because Mutalisks are brutal versus Marines.
Well, I would say it's a pretty balanced fight.
But it's a good trade-off for...
he killed quite a lot of mutas.
What I didn't like there by C really is there were all those drones stuck behind the mineral there, and he just went for the hatchery. I mean, if you can kill 7 workers of your opponent,
you cost them more
always
than a
go
hatchery.
for it. Yeah. I mean, that's a bunch of buildings. Over the course of the game, that's going to be more than 1,000 minerals, which Effort will have. Saves them eggs by not having to rebuild...
Yeah, and I love to think of that additional cost. Like, you kill a drone, you kill 50 minerals, plus whatever that could mine.
And like, in the course of a game, a drone could mine, 900, 1,000 minerals? So that's a big difference. It really adds up.
Finally, Lurker Tech coming up, so he's going to be able to effectively combat the Marine medics.
I don't know.
He's getting good amount of Marines in there.
Yeah, he's a bit...
and the Lurkers popped just in time.
Here we go.
Slaughtering the Marines.
Perfect timing.
But he finally took out all the mutas. That's good, and very nice micro from the Marines.
Well,
but still,
I'm glad that Effort's changing his tech. Like the mutas just once the mutas were scouted, it just was never going to work.
That was one of my major irks with Zerg at this time. See that way he pops them both out, and he doesn't hop them like you hop your lurkers.
Yeah.
I think that's a really bad move. Because lurkers have longer range than Marines. Sure, you get less range, but at least if they rush in, then they won't be able to get free hits in.
Was that Afghanistan's best Zerg again?
Yep,
So
Afghanistan.
I don't know how the Taliban are going to feel.
There.
I'm sure the Taliban are watching this and thinking, nah, we're the best Zerg, and putting a fatwa on that guy's head.
Yeah.
See, look how he burrows nearly all of them.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's looking really good for Effort. He's managed to keep the third expansion alive while boxing the Terran at the same time with the Marines' perfect counter.
Showing the strength of the Zerg mid-game, which is, this tech isn't working, I'll just swap. Which is very difficult to do for a Terran or a Protoss player who's committed to one type of unit.
Just switching over to tanks now, and that's a much harder swap for the Terran to make. Needs to get more upgrades, needs to get the vessels out. But once he gets that, he can really...
They're coming.
Yeah, he should be able to really start putting some power to his Marine.
If it taking down the secret back passage into the base...
The stacked temples.
Could be a good move, because if you get lurkers on the high ground above that first expansion, you can just murder the SCVs.
Yeah, and that's even before tanks can do anything about it. You just need to get 2 volleys off and you're good.
Yeah, and so Science Vessel is out, so if it is pro, which he is, expect to see some Scourge soon. I've got to say, one of the most satisfying sounds in StarCraft is Scourge killing Science Vessels.
It rewards you for killing them.
That's another great example.
From the lurkers.
Watching
but he takes the vessel out. Very nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
Pretty harsh exchange from both sides there.
Lurkers killing Marines, another one of the joys of StarCraft. I think Marines' death animation was made to die to Lurkers. It just splits them down
the death
the middle.
sound, I think, is the best sound in the whole game.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed they're going to change that for StarCraft 2.
Are they?
Yeah, I think...
What?
It sounds just like a grunt.
They sound like a grunt, yeah.
that's
you
not
need
cool.
the
Oh, and this
slaughtered
is beautiful
stream.
here.
Yeah, good. See, this is
If
what
it
I
has
was talking
got
about.
the economic
Oh,
damage
no, he's
Yeah,
got about 10
taking out critical
SCVs.
SCVs here.
Great
Really
move.
slowing down his natural
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
he's
said,
going
mining
for
him.
the main? No, he's not. He's going to put them on the ramp. So great move by Effort there. Really hit some economic damage on. Oh no.
Nice.
Great.
I
It's
did the
coming
No,
down
not the
to
spy,
really
though.
to
Bad move. You don't want the
make a
spy.
response to this.
No medic.
Oh
This
wow,
is-
covering the Marines with the tanks. That's interesting, but still hasn't.
I don't like the fact he went for the Spire, maybe to protect science vessels, but I would have thought it was better to go for the Hydralisk stand there. Though I don't think he had enough time to kill anything.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't.
An interesting tactic, but it doesn't seem to have paid off right
no.
now.
So, I don't see any science vessels out, which is a bit... Well, there we go, one. So, Really going a bit light on science vessels, which I don't really like, because...
He's not going light. He's more so forced to at this point, because if you're producing tanks and you're producing science
True,
vessels, you
yeah.
don't have much of either.
It's true, not much gas.
And he's going a bit heavy on tanks
Oh,
right now.
Oh,
No.
Scourge just misses the
Good.
dropship, but the Zerglings have got it
Come on,
covered.
Marines.
then
Marines
the
sitting in the
Scourge are gonna
dropship
come back.
going, you first. Nah, you first. Nah, you first.
Draw the short straw.
And then they left, so... They were all too cowardly.
Dropship full of chickens.
Yeah.
And he's just caused so much economic damage.
this
This
is
is
not-
really
it's-
looking
it's
good
been-
for effort. He's
been
now
about-
on 3 bases
Yeah.
versus Terran's 1 at the moment. He just
And
can't
C
get
really
around
is
those
just
power
struggling
inverters.
along
So it's
now.
been about a minute and a half, and Serially hasn't been able to mine from his natural, and he's going a gas-heavy build with tanks and science vessels. So I'm not sure if he's still mining Vespane.
I think he's
Probably
still
is.
mining gas,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, he
would
but that
be.
mineral line's been totally shut
Oh,
down.
and the
Oh,
Scourge.
will the Scourge make
no,
it?
they won't.
No. Oh, but it looks like he's putting a command center
Come on,
Oh,
kill it,
nice
pop
battle
it,
down here.
pop that science vessel.
And
Yeah.
this is just such
Oh.
good play by effort. It shows how
Yeah.
much how much focus he has and how little focus he really has
Yeah,
right now.
really wasn't
Yeah.
covering the vessel effectively there.
Yeah.
The tanks could have been shooting at the lurkers the whole time, but he was too distracted by the lings.
That's the
Or
thing
maybe
which
it's
makes.
natural,
That's the thing which
be.
sets A-class players from S-class players. S-class players have great game sense, and
Yeah.
you can just tell that effort. He knows when to do the right thing at the right time. Like that lurker maneuver at the first expansion.
and
here we
him
go.
where he hurts,
Big
and where he
fight.
can't withdraw the tanks.
Bad marine positioning. Unfortunately, he lost his tanks. It looked-
Yes, he has.
And
So-
now he's finally got a vessel out, but his tanks have been slowed.
Beautiful sniper.
I think we missed the science vessel.
Oh,
Yep, science
it took
vessel
the
down.
science vessel out again.
and
So,
he
um,
brought the
looking
links on
terrible
just
for
at the
Red.
right time to
So-
occupy the Marines.
In a big MM with backed up by tanks fight, the best thing you could do for a Zerg is split the tanks from the Marines, because going against Marines and tanks, you're
It's
pretty
suicidal.
much it's suicide. But what Effort did there is he split up the tanks, killed the tanks, and then killed off the Marines separately, which is exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's great in theory. Oftentimes, it's not easy to pull off in a big fight.
Especially with StarCraft's AI, to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
It's not great.
I don't think Seriali's Marine micro has been good here. Like, just this
No.
being an example, like
No stim?
the really good Terran players, they know how to dodge lurkers, whereas Seriali has just kind of been losing too many Marines this game to lurkers, I feel. And once again, look at
Effort
that.
is just
And
dominating
he loses
C
a
really
lot.
with
Yeah.
effective
SCVs.
Zerg squadrons,
Yeah.
just a few lings a pop and lurkers to get into position and start doing damage in critical places. Whereas Really's Marine Ball is just
And again,
proving
losing
ineffective to
SCVs.
defend against it.
Yeah. So I think Seriali's economy is really hurting right now. Like, I can't see any SCVs. I'm not sure what his main looks like. He's probably... It's about 15 minutes, 16 minutes, so I would say that his main is close to mined out.
Yeah, definitely.
but
Oh, here come the
here we-
defilers to seal
Yeah,
Really's tomb.
I suspect that Seriali's economy is just in ruins at this point. And it doesn't look like he has any science vessels or tanks around, at least not enough. And in the
You can see
meantime...
a huge swarm coming
Yeah,
across the map. For
Quite
Really.
literally.
Literally a massive orange swarm coming to lay its
and-
eggs in Really's heart.
Dark
links
Swarm
come
vs
swarming
MM
in.
is basically game. There you
calls
go.
GG. He knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Very good game from two up-and-coming players, but really just got dominated by.
Yeah. If it
much game
once
sense.
again just he was always in the right place at the right time. The mutas didn't pay off, but once he switched to lurkers, it was a downhill fight for Seriali.
Effort played well, really,
yeah.
really didn't, and he doesn't deserve to win.
So the Cat Zerg wins another game with his prowess.
Yeah, I like
and
stance.
GG from us, and that was another game. Cheers.
GG.